Boys, welcome back again. Last Friday I went to go roll racing and I did a bit of a live stream and put that up. If you missed it, go check that out. So I took the camp dog down there, Nick's still away. I wanted to go race at the roll racing. Went and picked the car up, drove it down there, parked up in the pits, and we went to get the car scrutiny, which means someone comes out, makes sure the tyres are pumped up, there's tread on there, no oil leaks, things like that. Everything that the camp dog has. Anyway, so I pulled up, past scrutineering, and I jumped back in it to drive off. As I've turned the ignition on, there was a massive backfire in the engine, and then when I went to start it, the revs just took off, and the car's just revving off its head. I turned it off, popped the bonnet and checked it out, and there was a massive split in the intake manifold. This is what's happened. So, how the hell can that happen from the car just sitting still? Not to mention we got some cracks through here as well, and around the back here, there's a nice lovely crack there as well. How the hell does that happen? Anyway, with a bit of thought, I figured out what happened, and I had turned on the nitrous bottle while I was at the workshop just to check what the bottle pressure was, and the bottle pressure was fine. So I turned the bottle off, which means that the nitrous line still has nitrous in there. What must have happened is when I've jumped in the car to move it, I must have bumped the steering wheel and released the nitrous out of the line and put that into the intake manifold, which when you're doing that, cranking a car, the air fuel explosion can easily pop back up in the intake manifold. Of course, the throttle body's shut. The only way it can go is out, and it's just split the seams in the intake manifold there. And there's a nice lovely crack through there and done a heap of damage. I couldn't even drive the car. We had to pull the intake manifold off while it was still at the racetrack and leave the car there. We put a factory intake manifold on there just so I could drive it home. And now Nick's come back after being away at work for almost 6 weeks, and he's keen as to get the camp dog on the road. He wants to feel this 30 psi power. So we're thinking what the best way is to do this is grind off all these welds, and we'll probably put it in the vise with a couple of blocks of wood, camp dog style, and just try and squish it back best we can. There's no doubt that this side here has actually been stretched. This isn't too bad on this flange side. It's not too bad. But on here, it's a massive bow, so we're thinking it's probably not going to go back together too well. So the thing we're thinking of doing is getting a bit of aluminium angle and running it down. So if it's not perfect, it means that we can just run a nice big fat bead on the top and on the bottom of the angle, and that should, that should sort it out. Anyone on here that's freaking out that's bought one of these manifolds, we've sold quite a few of these. Don't freak out, it wasn't the welds that broke, it was a nitrous backfire 100%, so it's all good. Your manifolds are going to be fine, and we haven't had anyone contact us with any problems yet. If it blows up from nitrous, not my fault. Oi, camp dog's returned.
We're back.
He's back.
Wait, this is sick, eh?
Oh, you haven't seen the new surge tank set up yet?
No, I haven't seen anything. That
looks good
too. How sick's that?
Oh, awesome. Oh my goodness. How good is that stock EP91 intake manifold bot?
I'm surprised how well it drives. It actually drove really well like that, just cruising.
Yeah, and those cams NA make it go better than a standard style anyway.
Yeah. Something like that.
So Nick just went and picked it up. We've got no silicon joiner on there on the intercool pipe. So we had to drop it back here with just boost going in the engine bay, and An open throttle body. So what actually were you doing away?
Collecting rubbish from people's houses.
Weren't you like skydiving into danger zones and shooting people off the front line?
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was alright,
Yeah.
Yeah, people's houses were pretty wrecked, so they were happy that we helped them out.
Help them clean up the joint.
Help them clean up, yeah.
Sick as. Hey, we've patched up the intake. Just banged some welds on there. She's close enough. Nick is about to experience 30 pounds of boost.
It's going to be exactly the same as 22 pounds. It's not going to have any traction. So
What?
it's going to be the exact same.
I'm telling you now, it's sick.
Alright.
It's sick.
It's going to be sick.
Alright, so that's a stock manifold that we used to get us home. Not only is Nick banged on the new manifold,
Wow.
Nick's banged on the repaired manifold. We took his old dodgy starter motor off and replaced with another one. So if that earth terminal's on, we're good to fire up.
It's all good. Yeah, so the earth terminal on the battery and then...
It'd be good to see if it actually does crank faster now. Because we have new battery cables and it was still a bit slow. Peter's put a new bolt in the nitrous bracket. The bottle was wobbling around a little bit. Alright, TPS is plugged in, we'll give that a go. Cam dog. It does sound a lot better. Alright, test drive, let's go.
I just want to see the aircon. I'll the aircon on.
How's that?
I didn't ride second long enough, but it makes me kind of like sketch a bit because when it's bouncing off limiter, I'm a bit worried about the motor sometimes. So, because it needs to get more wheel speed for when you shift into third, so it stays on boost.
Yeah. How'd that feel in third gear? Much different last time, or you don't really know yet?
Yeah, it was still frying the tires though.
Yeah.
Like I'd need to try fourth. Like, because if it's spinning in fourth, then you know it's making way more than it was.
I haven't even tried fourth yet. It's too much. Too dangerous. Oh boys, that's it for today. Nick's back. Cam Dog's back on the road. Went on his first test drive. We have some more tests coming up. We've got a roll racing coming up in about 5 weeks. And we have drags on at the end of this month. So we'll see if we can get some drag tyres on the Camp Dog and get it up there. All right, anyway, see you guys later. Catch up.